We're here at the Vail Living Well Forum, and joining us now is one of the attendees. We have Braxton McCoy, and he's with the Warrior Employment Project. And Braxton, tell us how you got here. I understand you were one of the scholarship recipients.
Correct. Yeah, I got a call from Jessica Stone a while ago, and she'd said that Jamie and John had chosen me for this scholarship and asked if I would attend. So, I mean, of course, I said yes and came out. I mean, it's a great chance to connect to people, for my project too.
Oh yeah, and give us a little bit of the history of your organization.
I was wounded in Iraq in 2006, and I came home and there were programs to help me sort of transition. But what I found was there weren't very many programs for my friends that had not been wounded, so I decided to start a sort of project or foundation to kind of help them transition.
Okay, and tell us what you've learned so far at this forum.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's been transformative. I mean, honestly, it really has. We've touched on sleep and the health benefits of sleep and exercise, and just overall sense of purpose in life. And we learned something about immunology, which I didn't quite comprehend, but I tried. And I think those are things for me in the veteran community that are really important. I mean, we're bad at sleep. We're bad at alcohol intake. We're pretty good at staying in shape, but everything else we're terrible at. So I can take this, kind of harness it and bring it back to my program and try to work these things in.
And what did you find unique about Vail Living Well?
I mean, besides everything, it was, right? The most unique thing I think was the size. They'd really kind of scaled everything down. So I got to, for instance, have several conversations with Dr. Stickgold or Ferdos.
Yeah, he talked about the sleep, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so you were able to do a lot more than just listen to a lecture. You were really able to connect socially with somebody, which was brand new for me. I'd never experienced that in a summit at all, especially not connect with a presenter.
Yeah. And one of the things in choosing you, of course, they want you to go out and influence others, be an activator for this. How will you take what you've learned, and how do you think you'll act on it professionally as well as personally?
Well, personally, I decided this morning to not do my early morning workout, and I slept, which is what Dr. Stickgold had prescribed. So I tried that.
Doctor's orders.
Right. So I'm going to institute. We're trying to decide whether we can, but we're going to try to institute a health program into our foundation. It's sort of as a requirement, a baseline requirement. I think sleep and exercise are things that we can always get better at, especially in my community, and understanding the problems that are associated with stress, which is something that Ferdos touched on a lot, and those are very deeply ingrained problems in my own community. So there's a lot I can take back, really, and try to kind of pass back down, disseminate.
Okay, yeah, starting with yourself and moving on to the rest of the organization. What surprised you about the Vail Living Well?
Honestly, it was the most surprising thing was being able to interact the way I was with the presenters. I've never experienced that before, and I know that's kind of redundant. I already said it, but it was a brand new experience, and to be able to see the more personal side of someone who is presenting to you. They're not sort of this authority. I mean, they still are an authority figure, but they're not sort of above you. You're able to kind of talk to them and ask questions at dinner and breakfast, which is something I've never had before.
Yeah, to have access to these great presenters and with all their accolades and titles, and then to be sitting there having a cup of coffee with them and be like, hey, let me ask you about this. Right. Okay, well, we cannot wait to hear how you're going to influence your organization and personal changes in your own life. We're really excited that you were able to make it.
Thank you.
All right, if you want to learn more, you can, of course, go to vaillivingwell.org.